Hello everyone, I am Jasmine Sparsha and today I will be discussing vector spaces, one of the most important concepts in linear algebra. Vector spaces are widely used in mathematics, physics, engineering, and even computer science. Understanding this concept will help us analyze different mathematical structures in more organized and meaningful way. So let's begin by looking our objectives for this presentation. Before we start, here are the objectives of this discussion. By the end of this presentation, you should be able to first, define what a vector space is. Second, identify the axioms that a vector space satisfies. Third, explain important concepts such as subspaces, linear combinations, span, bases, and dimension. And lastly, recognize real-world examples and applications of vector spaces. These objectives will guide us throughout the discussion. So, what is vector? To understand vector spaces, we must first know what a vector is. A vector is a mathematical object that has both magnitude, which refers to its length, and direction, which tells us where it is pointing. Vectors are often represented as arrows or as ordered pairs or triples like xy or xyz. We can perform operations on vectors such as addition and scalar multiplication, where we multiply a vector by a number. This operation is or are essential in forming a vector space. So, now let's define a vector space. A vector space is a set of vectors that is closed under vector addition and scalar multiplication and satisfies a specific set of rules called axioms. So, closure means that if we add two vectors in the set, the result is still the set. The same applies when we apply a vector by a scalar. In simple terms, a vector space is a well-behaved system where vectors can be combined and scaled without leaving the set. For a set for a set to be considered a vector space, it must satisfy the eight axioms. So as you can see in the presentation, these include properties like closure under addition and scalar multiplication, associativity and commutativity of addition, the existence of a zero vector, the existence of additive inverses, and rules involving distributivity and scalar identity. These axioms ensures that vector operations behaved consistently and logically. So, there are many examples of vector spaces. The most common are r squared and r cubed, which represents vectors in two-dimensional and three-dimensional space. But vector spaces go beyond geometry. For example, polynomials can form a vector space, and even functions can be treated as vectors. This shows that vector spaces are not limited to arrows, they can represent many different mathematical objects. So, now let's have a discussion about the subspaces. So a subspace is a smaller set within a vector space that is also a vector space on its own. For example, a line passing through the origin in R squared or a plane through the origin in R cubed can be considered subspaces. As long as the subset satisfies all the vector spaces or space axioms, it qualifies as a subspace. So if it satisfy in all vector space axioms, then it qualifies as a subspaces. So Next, we have linear combinations and span. A linear combination is formed by multiplying vectors by scalars and then adding them together. The span of a set of vectors is the collection of all possible linear combinations of those vectors. For example, in two dimensions, if two vectors are not parallel, they can span the entire plane. So, is that understandable, right? So, next is let's discuss the basis and dimension. So a basis is a set of vectors that are both linearly independent and can span the entire vector space. Linearly independent means that none of the vectors can be written as a combination of the others. The dimension of a vector space is simply the number of vectors in its basis. For example, R squared has a dimension of 2 and R cubed has a dimension of 3. So let's tackle now the applications of vector spaces. What are the applications of vector spaces? So as we all know, vector spaces are very useful in real life because in physics, they are used to represent forces and motion. In computer graphics, they help in rendering images and animations. And in data science, vectors are used to represent and analyze data. So these applications show how important vector spaces are across different fields, and it's very useful in physics, and it is very not noticeable in physics. We can see these symbols in physics and also in computer graphics on how they rendered images and also in data science. So to summarize, a vector space is a set of vectors that follows rules for addition and scalar multiplication. We discuss the axioms, example of vector spaces, and key concepts like subspaces, linear combinations, span, bases, and dimension. So, understanding vector spaces helps us build a strong foundation in linear algebra and apply it to real-world problems. So, thank you so much for listening to my presentation about vector spaces. So, for further learning, you can also explore books like Linear Algebra and its application by Gilbert Strang or visit online platforms like Khan Academy. I hope this discussion helped you understand the concept clearly. So, thank you very much.